Hi, Mr. Nichols here. We're going to be working on Math 1095, pages 30 through 32. Page 30 is pretty relatively easy. What they're asking us to do is just find out if there is a profit or a loss. If they read Joseph's Building and Supplies had $4,500 worth of sales last week, if it had $3,950 in expenses, did they make a profit or loss? Well, obviously, if this is what they brought in and this is what they sent out, then they made a profit. And the other one over here is a loss, because here's what they brought in green and here's what they lost. Obviously, it's like, $75 more that they lost here. So that's on this page. So they want you to look at the profit and loss. On the next page, they talk about the profit of loss and gain, so you have some practice problems there. But when we get down to the bottom, what they're asking us to do, and this is the really crux of our lesson today, is that whatever that amount is left over, in this instance, it is a profit, okay? The produce stand at a profit of $450 on this amount of sales. So obviously, if we subtract 450 from that, 3,005 was the expenses, but they don't have that in there. But obviously, they made a profit, and that's how much they sold. Well, you're going to find out a percent or rate of profit, okay? And remember, what we talked about is that we're setting it up into a ratio here, and a ratio is part of the whole. One part of the whole, all right, is your profit. The other one is your expenses. But right now, they're just looking for profit. So you take your profit divided by your selling price, which is in orange up here, multiply it by 100 is your rate of profit. So in this instance here, the rate, they have 12.9% is their rate of profit. If you look over on the other side, and they give you some practice problems up there, so all you have to do is divide 320 by 65, and then don't forget to multiply by 100, and you're going to get your percentage there, your percent. And yeah, and the same thing is for a loss, is that you have a certain amount of losses, which is part of your whole, okay? It's not a desirable part, but it is. So you have your loss over sales, and that is your part of your whole multiplied by 100 and gives you your answer. So down here, here's your selling price, here's your loss, multiply by 100, and then you get your answer. So just divide this, 135, and then 25 over 135, part of a whole, multiply by 100, and you get your answer. I hope this was helpful to you. Talk to you later.